Hello, and welcome to Global Wellness for All podcasts. My name is Laleh Hancock, and I'm going to be your host every week, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Lisbon time, as we do this journey and adventure of wellness in all parts of our lives. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Global Wellness for All podcasts. My name is Laleh Hancock, and today, I don't know, all my shows are with special people, but there's two people that I met 4 years ago that have really brought change in my life, and I know there's been a lot of changes in their world too. So here I have Angela and Sophia. So welcome, beautiful women. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. So I'm going to give maybe a 2-minute background of our story together. And then maybe Angela, you can share a little bit more from you, the mom, and your journey as we met. So many of you guys know, in addition to being in business over 30 years and starting many companies, I'm also an Access Consciousness certified facilitator. And with that, I get to travel around the world, meet some incredible people, build wellness centers, but also get to hear stories of triumphs, stories of families that have had some difficulties with their own health, their family's health, or it might have been something that required more wellness in their lives. And 4 years ago, I had the great pleasure of meeting Angela at an event that we have once a year called Global Bars Day. And some of you know about bars, some of you don't, but it's a tool where you just relax, you lay down, and someone touches different parts of your head. There's 32 points. And when you touch them gently, you don't have to massage it, you just literally put your fingers there. You help to release points of views, thoughts, emotions, and a lot of the things that we consider to be the roadblocks and the barriers into something, whether it's for our wellness, our health in our bodies, it could be finances, relationships, or anything else. And during this event, we had 24 hours of people all around the world in over 176 countries running this magical, I don't even know what to call it. We could call it a therapy. We can call it just a magic remedy. I don't know, just this magical thing. And Angela and I started to chat about this, and she shared a little bit about what was going on with her daughter, Sophia. So from here, I think, Angela, you're better at telling the story. So can you guide us a little bit to what brought you to me that day, but also like the story of Sophia?
Well, my husband's family talked to me. They live in Colombia, and they talked to me about Access Consciousness and about the bars and everything and the wonderful things that they felt and the things that happened after. So during that time, Sophia was going through some health issues. They didn't know what was going on. I took her to different doctors around our city, around DC, Baltimore, different specialists, and they didn't really know what was going on. The only thing, she couldn't walk. Like one leg was in pain. She was in pain the whole time. It was hard for her to sleep. She didn't want to eat. She didn't want to talk to anybody. She just wanted to lay down and sleep, pretty much. And my husband had to carry her to doctor's appointments and things like that. And so I came across Access, and I decided, like, well, I'm going to try it for me and see how it goes, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So there you were trying it for yourself. And then what happened?
And then I talked to you, and then I mentioned Sophia, and it was pretty much in the middle of the whole thing. And so I feel like the next week you were having a
bars class.
A bars, right? Yeah. And so I said, well, I'm gonna do my best to come with her. And you saw her when we walk in, like she couldn't walk, like I had to help her down the steps. And so we started the class. Was it 2 days? I can't remember. One day, right? Yeah. And then we started early in the morning, like she was, you started with her, with me, I can't remember. But then as you run the bars, as you did what you were doing, she started feeling better. And then you were running my bars. And then she goes, Mom, I think I can put weight on my leg and it doesn't hurt anymore. Can I try? And I said, of course. And then she started walking and then she started dancing, remember?
That day was such a magical day. And I have to put a disclaimer, okay? This is a story of change with Sophia and Angela's contributions. And not everyone's story might look or sound like this, but this was one of the miracles that did happen that day. And, one of the things that I love is as parents, we always want to help. We want to contribute to our families, friends, even to strangers. And at the same time, we can't do it for someone else. And I've learned this more and more every year, the power of choice. When I would like something for my mom, that doesn't mean my mom's body is going to receive it. But when I choose for me, I have the power to change me, my life, my body, and everything else. And that's one of the things I love about you, Sophia, because when you came that day, yes, where we were having the event, there was stairs. So Sophia was on crutches and I grabbed the crutches. Mom helped her down the stairs. And, Sophia was always curious and she asked me questions. And besides a bars class that day, I did work on Sophia's body because she asked me and she gave me permission. So we were able to do bars, we were able to do access body processes. I was able to do symphony of possibilities. And I was able to ask her questions. So what we did is we went beyond what the diagnoses from the doctors were or the fear of what everyone had. And when we took all those things away, we actually gave her body permission to do what her body can do. And when you do the bars, you're taking the points of views, you're allowing the body to really take care of itself. And then this wonderful 8 hours we were together, Sophia ended up running bars for other people. We ended up just having so much fun and play. And by the end, she was doing somersaults, like she was like, and when she walked out, she didn't require the crutches anymore. Like literally within 8 hours, here we go. All the things that no one else knew what it was about empowering Sophia and her body to do what they actually had the ability to do. And so Sophia, honey, I mean, I know it's 4 years ago and your whole life has changed. You probably don't even think about those moments anymore, but is there anything that you can share about kind of coming to that day? Because, it was mom telling you, come with me. It wasn't you making that choice initially. So anything pop in your world about, the adventures?
Well, I guess after you ran my bars and you did like all of the other stuff, it kind of felt like there was like a weight lifted from like me and like my body and more like positive energy that was like inside of me, like saying like, oh, I can do this, like I can try. So I guess it was like taking that chance and it worked out pretty well. So
Yeah. So did you ever need crutches after that day?
no, I didn't.
No. And what are you up to these days?
Well, I'm playing soccer and I'm running indoor track right now, and I play tennis and I still dance. So,
Wow. I love you so much, Sophia. But see, this is it, right? So Angela, do you remember when the doctors were like, telling you um this wouldn't be possible, right? The doctors, yeah. And And you know what? This isn't about the doctors being wrong, because I wanted to be a doctor one day. I wanted to be a pediatrician. I studied a lot of medicine, but one thing I realized is the doctors are not at fault. But we have to be leaders of our own bodies and our own lives and get information from the doctors, but not make what they
Mhm.
say be the final of what's possible.
Yeah,
If
that's
we
why I look
actually,
for other things, because they just gave her medicine for pain and they were like, oh, let's see if this work. Let's see if this work. I felt like they were putting a band-aid. They were just concerned about the pain and they just wanted to deal with that. And then they were like, oh, but I don't know if that's going to work. Let's try PT, but I don't know if that's going to work. I still took her to PT. I did everything they told me, but then I looked for other things, other solutions.
yeah. Do you guys, do you ever have pain, Sophia? Do your legs ever have any pain?
Um, well, I injured myself playing soccer last year. And my knees like sometimes get a little achy just from like overworking them, but nothing like the pain that I used to have.
Yeah, that's a little different, young lady.
Yeah.
But I'm sure mom can run your bars and maybe that pain will go away too. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Mhm. Mhm.
um, Sophia, you're 15 now, and when you're 11, you're considered a child in this reality, but you were a leader. You weren't a child. You chose that you and your body were going to choose something different. And I really see you as one of the leaders that this magical world has, and we're so grateful for. So tell me, like, if people are listening to this, what information would you give them? What words of advice would you give them? It doesn't matter their age, but what can be possible?
I would just say that you have to be open-minded, like, because I know some people believe more in like medicine and all of that, but there are alternative ways to get better and heal. And I guess it's just about being open-minded to all the possibilities that the world has to offer because there are so many, and you never know which one would be best for you if you don't try it out.
Yeah. You know what I remember? Because we talked a few times after this
Mhm.
magical, experience, and I had the great pleasure of having you come to one of my Right Voice for You classes. And
Mhm.
one of the things that you asked for was you wanted to get the lead part in a play or something that was happening at school. And I remember asking you, so, is this your first time trying out? And you said, no, this is my third. And the other two times, I was just too shy. I didn't want to go out there and do it. And then after Right Voice, you did it. And not only did you do it, but you were part of the play. I think it was a play or might have been a musical. I'm not really sure. So I want to know, like, also, did you notice when you had more confidence in your body that things around you also changed? What you were willing to try changed?
Yeah, I guess again with like being open-minded and stuff, I just kind of let go of any like what ifs that were inside of my head, and I ended up getting the lead in the play that I auditioned for.
And she did also.
Oh, of course she did. Of course she did. She is a magical leader, and I'm so grateful to know you. Um,
Mhm.
Anything else both of you guys would like to share? Our podcast reaches people all around the world, all ages, people, stay-at-home moms, executives out there, massage therapists, students. Is there anything that you guys would like to share so that we have this greater message out into the greater world?
Mm, I think just like you mentioned before, and just like Sophia said, kind of um, like you said about the doctors telling you like this is what's going on, and it's good. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to a doctor, of course, but like being open-minded and looking for like not just letting that sink in you, like you have this, and you know what I mean, like you have this, look for other I don't know, like Sophia said, the world has so much to offer that anything is possible.
Yeah. Sophia, I'd like to nominate you for President of America. Oh, we laughed today, but the day you are the president, I will be voting for you, because that's the thing, you know. I think most of us know this in our hearts. Most of us know it as kids. And somewhere along the way, when we start school, we start to see how other people do it. We start to see how our families do it, our teachers, and those loved ones around us. And we tend to forget that we live in this universe that has infiniteness, you know, and those possibilities are infinite. You just don't know until you try sometimes, you know, because it's so outside your comfort zone and outside of what you know. And Angela, I have to commend you because you never gave up, you know. And I know as a mom, sometimes we don't know where to go. We don't know who to talk to. And we'll get so much information from everyone to what worked for them, what didn't work for them. But what I loved is you never judged any of it, you know? And I think that sometimes people go into the opposite. They go into the blaming everyone, blame the doctors, blame something that occurred outside of you and your body. And you never went there. And that's really important. And instead, you were like, okay, we tried this. Now, what else is possible? You know, what are these other options I haven't even considered yet? And the willingness to know it from different places. And I'm very grateful for your family member, because I remember there was a friend of yours that referred you to me, and I didn't know,
Yeah.
you know, but see, you never know, like they're in Colombia or they're in a different country. I don't know. You know what I mean? You never know when we're going to touch each other with information and really be there to give each other hope and possibilities. So, you know, thank you for you and for you never giving up.
Oh, no, thank you. Because I mean, I have to say, you, like, I don't know, just talking to you brings us peace. You know what I mean? Like, calm, like everything's going to be fine.
I adore you guys. Oh my goodness. Yes. I can't wait to see you guys again and have a huge hug. And I'm going to let you know, I'm building my first wellness center. It's going to be a huge center in Dubai. And
Oh
I'm
my
going to
goodness.
invite you guys to come when it's time for us to open the doors. But one of the things I realized traveling and empowering people all around the world is that these tools need to be also not just in everyone else's center that I was empowering, but also a place that we can actually call global wellness for all centers and
That's
allow
all.
them to exist. Yes. And they'll be part of Hera Wellness in Morocco. And we'll see if Portugal and I end up agreeing, because I'm talking to some municipalities here. And I know America, yes, I am coming to America too. But I just get they're going to be created a few places before the one in America. But I would love to have one of my rooms dedicated to you, Sophia, because you are such an amazing leader. You're such an amazing just everything. And I've loved hearing of the stories of what you're creating in your life.
Thank
And
you.
and maybe your mom will let me steal you for a little while and you could travel around the world with me and you can be a speaker with me. Because you know, I have a program called Leaders of Tomorrow. It's not just for the youth, but it includes the youth. And you are exactly that, you know? And so I'd love to highlight you. So we'll talk again off a different
Of
podcast.
course.
Of course. I would love that.
Definitely. Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to bring these two amazing, powerful beings to you so that you know more about them. And definitely let's watch where Sophia goes, because who knows, track, tennis, and everything else she's doing. Olympics is not too far away, and neither is being the president of the United States. I'm saying that still. And thank
We'll
you
see.
all for That's true. That's true. You could be the
She wants
president
to
of
be
your
a
own
lawyer, though.
business. Oh, that's even better. Okay. Do you know what kind of law you want to practice?
I want to be an immigration lawyer.
How does it get even better? They're going to be very lucky to have you as a lawyer representing not just the people, but you know what I mean. They're going to be very lucky. So anything I can contribute to that, you can always reach out to me and I'll be happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much for everything and for keeping in touch with us. We love it.
You guys. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm so grateful that I had the great pleasure of meeting you a few years back, and just how much being there with you guys has changed my life too. And how I know more than ever, this is why I'm here on this planet, to be a change agent and to empower others to know that there is so many more possibilities they've never considered before. So
Awesome.
thank you both. Thank you so much. And you guys, thank you so much for being here, whether you're watching us now or later. And please share this with anyone and everyone, because the whole world needs to know that something else is possible. And catch you guys on the next podcast. And you can watch us anywhere, but you can also go to globalwellnessforall.com/podcast. Thank you again and see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for being here with us, whether you were listening or watching. We are so grateful for you, and we need your help. We would love to spread the seeds of wellness all around the world. Will you assist us? You can subscribe below. You can subscribe in Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. We are everywhere. And we ask, would you be willing to actually spread this to others that you may know who can actually be contributed with the tools and resources to bring more wellness into their life and into their bodies?